It's getting harder, you turn my heart up, throw me in water. I'm getting higher, just to feel ya, cause I need to. No one knows it, heart is frozen from your poison. Taking the potion, just to feel ya, cause I miss you. Oh my God, can't stop you like heroin. When I love you, God, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're not meant. Oh, I think I'm overdosing. I think that I think I'm overdosing. I think that I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. It's getting stronger, can't take no longer. Walking on fire. I'm getting higher, just to feel ya, cause I need to. Feels like I'm burning a little bit more, just a little bit more now. Taking the potion, just to feel ya, cause I need ya. Oh my God, can't stop you like heroin. When I love you, God, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're not meant. Oh, I think I'm overdosing. 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 It's getting stronger. I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. 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 I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing.
Yeah, it's greener on the other side. If you want another bride, saying that you got it tight, something that you'll never find. Yeah, another life, you gon' want another try, something like the other night, looking for another high. Yeah, expensive taste like a movie. Eyes only looking for the beauty. They don't wanna go if they know me. Maybe missing out an opportunity. Need a Uber X, to pick you up on the way. Oh, insecurities gon' make it hard for you to lay low. Switch yourself for someone else, you do it if they say so. Acting like you haven't seen you rolling with the halo, halo. Yeah, it said it's not on me. I know what I want, I'm just waiting for my calling. Yeah, you got a longing to make it with somebody, but lately you been stalling, oh lately you been stalling. Yeah, it's greener on the other side. If you want another bride, saying that you got it tight, something that you'll never find. Yeah, another life, you gon' want another try, something like the other night, looking for another high. Yeah, expensive taste like a movie. Eyes only looking for the beauty. They don't wanna go if they know me. Maybe missing out an opportunity. Yeah, the right one, waiting for the right one, but you won't ever find one, cause you're looking at the wrong ones, Passed up on the one that give you everything, passed on the one that give you everything you need, passed up cause you didn't see it on the screen, on the TV. Yeah, it's greener on the other side. If you want another bride, saying that you got it tight, something that you'll never find. Hey, another life, you gon' want another try, something like the other night, looking for another high. Hey, expensive taste like a movie. Eyes only looking for the beauty. They don't wanna go if they know me. Maybe missing another opportunity.
Make it through the times we had. I see it now, I see it now. Real love, now I'll break through to show to you that I'm more good than I am bad. I work it out, I work it out. And I'll be somewhere that you need me, and I'll be holding my breath, waiting for you to show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Crossfire. I'm your caster, Iceman, joined here by Alderia. I'm not Cameron King or T-Noodle, but you know what? It's fine. But everything's fine. It's all good.
The zoom on your elf on this shelf got me, man. It gets me every time. I love it.
I couldn't help myself. I was like, you know what? We're going to go with some elf.
The worst timeline we could have lived in is you getting a camera that you could adjust the zoom of. I wish we never did that land in Austin.
I'm just saying, like, you know what, this thing is awesome. I love having no, it's not just having the PTZ camera, but it's also having the Stream Deck that allows me to control it as well. Because it's like, you know, I could sit here and just like zoom in on myself, and I can just go ahead and unzoom myself.
Nice forehead.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, and I do try to work on that forehead, Al. So you know what, it's just
you
it's all for
well
you, man.
Moisturized. You look well moisturized.
No, I just haven't taken a shower, so I'm really oily. But thank you for saying it. You know, I'm moisturized. I appreciate that. But we do have a group stage match coming up here at Crossfire Season 3, where we have the match between Reign Above and After Image, or Priority After Image. And if you don't know, we've got 32 teams in this tournament out, and they're all broken up into 4 teams with 8 different groups, and this is Group C. So in this group, just want to let you know, we've got Zomblers, Locally Hated, After Image, and Reign Above. So honestly, in this particular group, I can't really even say who would be the favorite, who would come out of it. Like maybe, Zomblers, but I mean, after that, it could truly go it could be any of the other 3 teams that could come out of this group.
Yeah, I mean, just off of like name recognition, I'd go with Zomblers. I know some of those guys, and they're definitely in the conversation. We've talked about this before. There's a pretty wide gap in between like the higher level of North America and the lower level, and that's kind of what we're trying to get these events going, to bridge that gap a little bit more, get more practice in. But Zomblers is a team that's at least recognizable. The only person I particularly recognize from either of these teams that are playing today is Say You Will, but unfortunately we were talking about before we went live, me and you sadly are not the most knowledgeable when it comes to these sort of tier 2, tier 3 North American teams. We spend most of our time casting Europe matches,
Yeah.
So we're way more familiar with the European scene and like sort of the up and coming Russian side of things, and Ukrainian teams and whatnot. We're much more knowledgeable about that stuff than North America. Sadly, we need to get more in touch over here.
Most definitely.
We're getting our pick bands in right now, and we're starting out on somewhere me and you love to go.
Oh, we are starting off on train. So to start off, we had Overpass and Nuke getting banned out, Al, and then we're going straight. We're starting off straight into train, and that was picked by Rain Above, and then After Image went ahead and went into Mirage. So we're going to get some train, then we get some Mirage, and then at the end it was left up to Priority After Image, and they had to pick between Inferno and Dust 2, and they decided to go with Dust 2, but honestly, like, both of those maps being left for the decider map is something we typically see on every level of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I mean, just common a lot of times to see a map like Dust 2 or Inferno left up as a decider if it's not one of your like go-to picks. They're just really easy maps to float, honestly. Like, you just have so many reps on them, you have so many times that you play them, and they're relatively puggy, Dust 2 especially, that even if you're not entirely tactically sound on the map, you can just kind of shoot your way out of a lot of scenarios. So as long as your players
yes.
online, you're on map 3, you've already had plenty of time to warm up and get into your groove. So I feel like that's usually why we see those floated as deciders. But nonetheless, I love a Dust 2 decider because it really is just taking the gloves off and throwing hands. So I'd love to get there for map 3. But, first we've got Train in Mirage. Train being one of our favorite maps to cast.
Oh, I absolutely love casting some train. And I mean, like you said, it's just kind of, having Dust 2 at the end, you pretty much just throw the playbook out the window and you just say, F it, just go shoot, go frag, go have fun, grab the op, grab whatever you need to, and then, just kind of seeing where everything goes. Because if you've been watching any of the major, man, nothing has gone the way it's supposed to. Maybe stage 3, but nothing has gone the way it's supposed to. And I can't tell you how many Dust 2 and Inferno maps I've seen this whole major where things were going one way and then they didn't go the other way. But that's the beautiful thing about both of those maps is that it doesn't matter how it starts off. All that matters in the end is, does your screen say victory or defeat? That's really all that matters in the end.
I'm just glad we're finally done with the BO1s at the major.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. Like, we're done.
I understand why they're there, but man, it's just grueling to just see BO1 after BO1 after BO1. I'm like, God, I just want something to sink my teeth into. And BO1s just don't really give that much. So luckily, we don't have that issue here. We get BO3s all day, every day, guys.
Amen. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the last major that's going to have BO3s. I'm pretty sure I thought I saw an article that said Cologne's going to have BO3s, if I'm not mistaken. Unless I didn't see the article, but I thought I saw something of that nature. But I do like... There's an article that Maui put out about the coins, because I know you don't like the coin, but he was basically saying, like, instead of having like stage by stage by stage, like, put it all together and have a cumulative score, and then whatever your score is at the end is what potentially would determine the playoffs, because it's so hard to predict the BO1s. Anybody can beat anybody on a BO1 any day of the week, Al. And honestly, you could get a 5-man stack, go up against Vitality, and you might get, like, out of 100 times, you might beat them once or twice.
Legacy Legacy ended their streak on a BO1, so like, yeah,
it's stupid. You're just stupid.
Yeah, we're not enjoyers of BO1s, so glad that we've got BO3s here. It's something to really sink your teeth into, and you get to see not only that, but also each team gets to pick their own map, right? And I think that's where I really enjoy it, is getting to see them go to somewhere that they're clearly comfortable, that you have like a home ground, and I like that.
Oh yeah, and I mean, if I had to kind of lean towards a team here that I would say, would definitely potentially pick up everything just based on stats and looking at numbers. Rain Above is not just a team that we could see on HLTV, but they just have a lot of, like, looks like they grind out a lot of face in. They have a lot of players in here that are very high ranked. So again, just looking at how many matches they've got under the belt, I'm like, I would just kind of throw it towards them. But again, you know what? Priority After Image, for all I know, they might have something going for us that we might just sit here and be surprised about. So I totally missed what Firehawk said. Did you catch that? My bad. Sorry.
I didn't quite catch it either. He's confirming that Cologne's following the same format as every other major.
Son of a mother. I thought I saw an article that says they were going to do away with it, but I must have missed it.
I'm pretty sure I did see something recently saying about, like, guaranteeing best of 5 grand finals, but maybe, again, I'm just not looking at something right. Or
I think it might be.
I thought I saw something about BO5 grand finals, which I'm all for. I love BO5 grand finals. Dang. All right.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
again, Firehawk saying BO3 for all Elim matches. So he's just here crushing our dreams right now. He's just here
All right. Well,
breaking our
I am
hearts.
clearly spreading fake news at this point. Then.
That's our
Okay.
yeah. That's our producer. He's here to reality check us and bring us back down to earth. But
I tried.
I'm excited because from what it sounds, we should be getting kicked off relatively soon here, and I'm excited because again, we're not that knowledgeable when it comes to this tier 2, tier 3 North American scene. So I want to start watching more matches with it. I want to start seeing more of it because, again, it's just like I feel weird being so out of the pond in my own region.
Backyard,
But
yeah.
the sad reality is that for such a long time it's mainly just been European events going on, so that's where we gravitated towards and doing as much online stuff over there as we can. And now finally stuff is popping back up over here. We're getting more and more lands. Fragadelphia is still doing their thing and killing it and announcing more events. I know that they're going back to Miami, which you've always been really. I believe it was Miami. You were saying you really wanted to see him go back there.
I knew that they had made their way down there a while back, and it was one of those things where I was like, "Oh, cool! It's not that far away." I think, yeah, Miami would be freaking awesome. But again, we do still have the map on the board. But again, there we go. Just we're gonna from right above.
Yeah, it's going to be even exchanged. Cobra, though, doubling down. Say you will be able to get one back. So 3v3 as the A side is overrun by these Ts. Rain above trying to just get that space for the bomb plant. It'll dive behind the site. Say you will still holding the line, but eventually felled by Sin. And now it's a 2v2 post plant. Cobra and Majin or Sin, not sure exactly which one we're going to be going with there, are trying to pull off this retake, but Colin in the meantime has at least brought this down to a 1v1. Cobra, though, does have the kit available. He's going to try and tap that bomb, trying to find where it is, but it's planted somewhere he wasn't ready for. Planted perfectly for Z right now. He's just going to try and full hold this possibly, and
He's gonna get it.
Oh, he's not going to peek out in time. Doesn't expect the kit in play, and that is what gets after Image the round. But bomb was planted, so you're not out of the woods yet. Got to be careful here after Image. Don't let the force buy get one over on you.
No, I mean that was a beautiful retake there. Disown, I guess he'll come back in a minute here, but I mean, again, with those kits, you just don't expect them to be in play on pistol round, and I feel like that's a meta that's starting to truly become coming out because we've spent so long like fake tapping the bombs now that I really think that CTs are starting to buy it more. You'll even see it on the tier 1 level, and so sometimes you just hate to say it, you have to kind of check, and now it's starting to become a chess game. Do you want to check it? Do you not want to check it? Do you want to make noise? Do you want to give away where you're at? And that in that situation there, I mean, it worked out to perfection. And again, right down to the very last half second there. And by the time I think you said it was Colin, I think by the time he came back around, then he just was pretty much out of position there, and it was planted for him. But again, you can't. If you make the right choice, then you're a genius. If you make the wrong choice, well, you're an idiot. And nobody ever wants to feel like an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, it's the ebbs and flows of Counter-Strike, but like you said, we've been seeing more and more of kits brought into the pistol round, and I really enjoy it. I think it's a great decision to go for something like that, because honestly, Ts so often do not expect you to have a kit, and so as long as you've got a smoke and a kit, you throw it down, there's a shocking amount of times that you can just stick that defuse and get away with robbery. Right now, it looks like we've got a disconnect from the server. Disowned is trying to get back in, presumably. Hopefully, it won't be too much longer in this tech pause. But as I mentioned, Rain Above does go for the force buy here. You've got 3 Galils and 2 Mac 10s. So they've got a few options available to them, whether or not they want to go for something faster or if they want to maybe lean back and wait for the action to come to them. They've got options right now.
Yeah, I mean they've still got a decent amount of firepower coming in here, so this is going to be a really important round here for really both sides. I mean, you've got rifles on both sides. There's no AKs out here, but again, you have a situation here where you let the MAC-10s go and they start to farm. You got the Galils going up against the M4s, and this is very important. These conversion rounds for the CTs are way more important than they used to be, especially with the lower like MR range that's been coming in. And then on top of that, Train is not a fun map to try to come back on, especially if you have to grind your way out of it. And especially if the map starts to close down, where you can't really go A, you can't go out con, and you start staying inside of back halls, then you start to really limit where you can go. And as a T, you never want to feel limited on this map. It's not very friendly for situations like that. You have to have a game plan.
Yeah, right now we've got Rain above making their way through up dog right now. Going
Making
in
my way
towards B hall.
downtown, walking fast.
Well, rather
Faces
walking
fast.
slow right now. Taking their time with this, but it does seem like they're wanting to set their sights over towards B. Cobalt, he'll prep a smoke, but it's actually whiffs, and this could possibly cause some issues. Now as they scale down steps, they fade right into that MP9 that collects a double, eventually breaking through onto the site. Cercera's going to try and hold the line for his teammate. Bomb now down 2v3 post plant here for Rain above, but make that a 1v3. Cercera with a lot of weight on their shoulders. Cobra knows exactly where they're at. Disowned will come in and clean him up after Image with a 2-0 start.
That was very clean. Very nice hold for that MP9. I think that was Majin that was holding there at the bottom of stairs. And I'm not necessarily saying that smoke would have stopped anything, but that smoke kind of coming back out did kind of, like, you saw the hesitation there, and that little bit of timing there for him not to be able to come out allowed Majin to pretty much just sit there and farm up the kills at the bottom of stairs. Had he been able to come out of that smoke area, they would have been able to catch him on default, and that probably would have prevented it from getting those 2 kills. So I don't know if it was nerves or just anything, but that half a second there is what allowed After Image to be able to do what they had to do there and, take advantage of it. So I don't think he realized how much of a highway robbery he really got away with.
Yeah. Now, right above, are going to have a very different buy here. Just some Deagles brought in and a P250, I believe. So can just try and cause a little bit of damage, but this should be a nice and easy 3-0 start for After Image, which will give them a nice cushion here on their CT side.
There we go. Clean everything up. Nobody took damage that whole round. Nobody. Not one. Not one lick iota point of damage taken by anybody from After Image. So what a way. That was a literal perfect round. Can't ask for anything more perfect than that.
Perfect stuff. Flawless round. Get the AWP out on Rage as well. Nice start there.
Oh. All right. Well, while you figure that out. We've already got a kill collected by Swayu. And they're going to go and hit this B side again, test out this defense. That's one by Majin coming back, but he's only good for one. Doesn't realize that they got behind him. And Colin picks up a kill along with Cobalt. Now we're going to try to get this retake on, but this zone just can't quite find the mark. Several players that are low. Cobra does find one through the smoke there. And now we have a 1-on-2 retake situation. We do have a Cobalt that is low. He's got 5 HP at the moment. And if only that was a nade or something, he might have been able to pick that up. But how does Cobra find both this default player and this Heaven player at the same time without losing his life? He's going to have to walk up here and make as little noise as possible. Cobalt is the high HP player. And if Cobra can find... Oh, he finds the Heaven player. Oh, he would have potentially been able to transfer that onto there. But that's going to be the first round coming in from Rain above. Current scoreline 3-1. After the guns did come out for Rain above. And the money is looking a little wonky over here for After Image. We're going to see Rage on MP9.
Am I coming through on the VMix now, Mr. Producer? All right, sounds good. Just wanted to let you close out that sequence
Sweet.
before I test it out. But all right, we are good to
you were
go.
all
Hopefully,
good.
it's recording on the right microphone now. I don't know why it was set to my webcam as default. Tale as old as time.
Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. Never as before.
You always whip out these old songs, but I have
Beauty
no
and
idea what
the
it is.
Beast. I don't know why I just busted a song musical.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
You're trying to farm
I am not
another reaction.
responsible.
I can't remember how long ago it was, but you started singing on broadcast one time, and somebody said that you had a very beautiful singing voice. You're trying to farm
was great.
interactions again. I see through you.
I'm just trying to talk to chat, man. That's all I'm doing.
Majin sees through this flank right now. The setup falls apart as he comes in from behind. Boa even collecting one of his own, and it's all left up to Colin in a clutch. 1v3 from on there, and that's just not going to come together. Gets shot in the head, and that's just going to be after him. He's going right back to winning ways. They drop one round, but it's no big deal. They get right back in.
I mean, when you go ahead and bounce back up and you take away any sort of confidence that your opponent's taking, and you get to walk away with 3 AKs on top of that, your confidence has got to be oozing. And Rage now is going to go ahead and get on that AWP. So now we have an AWP in the mix against a bunch of pistols. And all I'm going to say is good luck right above. And I'm not saying that it can't be done. I'm not saying it's not possible. But, you know, this is a... Cobra might be a little bit far out there, but this is definitely not a map that you want to be on. Lesser weaponry gets one. Sayuel does manage to take him down, but he's only got 19 HP, so he's gonna be limping.
The important thing, though, is that is a chance to recover an M4 if they choose to pursue that. They haven't sent anybody up IV to grab it quite yet. So that could be a big asset to them, especially considering the fact that it's not currently guarded. Of course, they have no way of knowing that, but still, to get your hands onto a rifle, you could maybe try and snowball this round.
Yeah, with that being said, they're just going to go ahead and move forward here. They're not going to try to go after it, and they would rather just kind of meet up together. Going to hit this B site again. They're going to try to find some success over here, but there is only Imagine over here on this B site with half HP, so how much is he going to actually be able to hold on to this? There's only one flash to his disposal. He's going to be able to get only just one, and that's it. Colin didn't really even get that low, and they're going to be able to get this bomb down. That's a lot to ask for in this situation here. 3-on-3 retake.
I mean, as far as ecos go, this is pretty good. You do a little bit of economic damage. You get the bomb down to sort of get more into your next buy as well. Everybody should be able to get full util. You might even be able to get an op out, considering I believe there are on max loss bonus at this time. Plus the bomb plant means plenty of money to go around, and you can maybe start trying to stack up some of these rounds. As After Image are running away with it a bit, but again, this is Train, a bit to be expected that you thrive on your CT side.
Typically, yes, you typically do thrive on your CT side, and this is starting to become one of those maps. And I just remember back in just historical thinking of Counter-Strike, but this is starting to become one of those maps where truly you want to get as many rounds on your T side as possible, and it's kind of bringing back some vibes to the old MR15 days where, you know, a 7-8 half was amazing. You know, if you got 7 on your T side, you felt like you've already won the game. Right now, on Train specifically, we're starting to run into that situation where, you know, at this point, you want to get like at least 3. I mean, 3 is starting to become that number. Like, if you can get 3, you feel like you have a chance. I mean, heck, even 2. I have seen comebacks from 10-2 halves on Train, and CT side right now is absolutely just destructive on this map. It's one of the few lopsided maps we have in the pool at the moment, because we like to look at those things, but this is not a fun map for the T side.
Certainly rough going. This one starts out with an even exchange. It's 4v4, but you still have this op in play for Rage. Right above are going to start pivoting over towards the B site. It's a slow crawl, though, so After Image have plenty of time to poke around, figure out where this is coming from, retake space, so we need to start seeing Rain Above go for something a little bit faster now. Util will start to come in, trying to facilitate this push from Cobalt onto the Heaven, but Boa in the meantime has gotten 1 kill. Rage providing coverage from the back line as well now. Due to how slow this rotate was, allowed Rage to get in position with that AWP. Now he's caught in transition, but lucky to get away with his life. Sarah will put down Disowned. 2v2 now, as we've got an aggression through the smoke. Caught on the edge of it. Cobra is going to be able to take out Sarah, and Rage locks it in for a 6th round for Afterimage. They just keep the CT ball rolling.
Let me see something here. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't matter if I go to CS2 or CSGO, and I could even do this for like all time, right? Train has been played for all time almost 14,000 times, and it is currently in the whole map pool of every map that's ever been inside of the competitive map pool that HLTV has for me. It is the highest rated map for CT side. It is of all time. It doesn't matter if it's CS2 because I checked both of them, but CS2, CS:GO, it is currently at 54.7% sided for the CTs, and it's the highest CT sided map that's ever been played in Counter-Strike. Highest.
Washington gets caught out. Cobalt with a free kill over towards the B site. They're going to possibly try and go quickly off of this one. Flooding out the steps. Disown gets one in response, but he's eventually overrun all the same. So bomb going down, and for what feels like the first time ever, man advantage for Rain Above. They're going to just take their heels. Our producer's singing
No scope.
First time in forever. I love it. No scope from range,
First
though, to try and...
time in forever.
Why am I here? Why am I here, man?
You are here.
I say one thing and my entire production crew bursts out into a Disney song.
It's a musical. Yep, it's a Disney
I love
musical
it.
up in here, bro.
All right, Rage being hunted down right now with the op, though.
Oh, Rage is screwed.
Not
Rage
getting
is
away with this
screwed.
one. He's getting pincered from both sides. They go up and over the top, just playing with him. Knife him, why not? They'll just gun him down, but finally Rain Above breaking that streak, and they can possibly try and piece things together, but there is enough money for Afterimage to rebuy, considering how well they've been streaking these together. The only exception being Boa, who's poor as dirt. But you've got enough for a
Man,
deal.
why you gotta talk about his family like that, man? Just
He does
some
not,
people don't come
he
from,
does not
from-
have that generational wealth.
that generational wealth coming in.
If only. Oh,
It's all right,
Cobalt.
Boa. I got you. I'll buy your next lunch.
Cobalt went aggressive out red.
Disowned
and
just
immediately
disowned this
gets
whole Rain Above.
Yeah. And Colin, I thought he was going to walk through the smoke there, but he would have met a M4 on the other side. Well, goes for an aggressive entry onto A, and everything comes crumbling down. So he will, at least with one in the feed with the AWP, but as more and more of his teammates fall around him, that's less and less likely that you're going to be able to bring this AWP into the next round. And yeah, flash in, taken out, and it's a pretty clean round, all things considered, from Afterimage, not letting Rain Above get consecutive and keeping
I mean, at
majority
this
alive.
point, they keep trying to go A, and it's not working. And I mean, the only success they found is on B. Whether it's the plant and the retake or the plant and the win rounds, like the only site they've been able to find success is on B, and they keep trying to poke at A, and it's not working. At this point, I mean, I would say just keep trying to go B, but they're going A again.
They just keep banging their head into A, but maybe it'll work eventually.
Maybe it'll work.
Cobalt does get his entry out of main now, and that cracks open the site. This one ends quickly for Afterimage. Now you're probably just looking to save this op. Ajin also tucked back, just wants to hold on to this M4, but as he tosses out the util, that gives away his position. This hunt is coming forward for sure. You have to tuck tail and run if you want to hold on to this M4. And Rage is in a rough spot as well. There's not going to be a single weapon saved here, is there?
Nope.
Everyone's going hunting. Cobalt will jiggle out the op. Oh, what a clean round from Cobalt. 3 in total. Gets the entries and strips away the op. Massive impact from him, and they're slowly clawing their way into a salvageable T-side.
Yeah, at this point, it's going to be most likely a 4th for Rain Above. I mean, the money's not that great over here for Afterimage. You got Disowned, who's just kind of forcing into Armor and Deagle, and everybody else is going to have some money left over. But even then, I mean, you're looking at a 2-round, 3-round loss bonus, and it's not going to be that great even for the last round. So I'm not a huge fan of them buying anything into this because you need to have as much as you can for the last round here. So even if they can pick anything up, that'd be great. If they can find a kill and get a weapon, that'd be huge for their economy. But I don't see them getting anything going here, especially with this space that's being taken. Boa gets one.
Hold up.
But, oh, okay, Boa gets two. Okay, well,
On the
something.
phone. Something to speak on here. And you've still got a 5-7 in play on Majin. You're always due for 1-5-7 moment a series. Let's see if it's here and now. 1v3 spots the arm as he's holding the Molotov, but singes from it. It's going to give away his position completely. He has to fall back. That's bomb planted. No kit, no armor, just a deagle. Oh, he does have Kevlar at least, but still a rain above round nonetheless. Saving the Kevlar is not bad though.
Well, I mean, say the Kevlar. I mean, you're earning at least another $100 for your team. It'd be nice if we can get another exit frag, maybe steal a gun away. The problem is those kills that they got are over there inside T-Con, so there's not really a way for you to go back and get those guns. You're too far away, and nobody's coming your way. So, yeah, you tried. You did what you could, and fortunately those guns are going to get blown away now, and you can't go get one. So, you tried.
So since he saves that Kevlar, it does allow him an M4 in this round, which is very nice. Everybody else is going to try and scrap together anything they can. You've got 3 rifles, an MP9, and Cobra still yet to buy. He'll pick up an MP9 as well. So I feel like we might get a bit of an aggressive stance out of After Image this round. But for Rain, you've already secured 4 rounds in the half, which is honestly not that bad for your T side. So at this point, I feel like you just throw caution to the wind. That's exactly what they do. But, I mean, going through the smoke alone with no follow-up and no flash to facilitate it is not quite what I mean.
Got a 2v5 situation with the bomb at the feet of the CTs and outside of T-Con. And now you're pretty much stuck between a rock and a hard place. But as long as you don't give up these kills, Say You Will is a very good he's a very good player, very good rifler, very good opper. Do not feed him any kills that you don't need to unnecessarily, but there's just too many CTs out. And now Cobalt's in a 1v3 now. Bombs at the feet of of his opponents, and there's just no way out of this. You got a high, you got a low, you got a red train, you got a Olaf, you got a hell. Like, yeah, there's just that's. I wouldn't even say Kioske. Get out of that one, dude. I'm sorry.
Well, you know.
Kioske, Nico, nobody could get out of that one, man.
Certainly were a few fights that could have been isolated from After Image. So, I mean, I feel like, maybe your donks could have made something happen there, but I feel like
not even
nobody here is quite to that caliber yet. I think our best chance of that was probably Malbs, and he got scooped up by Europe, so...
What are you talking about, dude? I'm on donk level, man. I don't want to make him feel bad, man. I feel bad for the
you
kid.
did wreck me in a pistol. You did absolutely demolish me in a pistol.
That's just a little bit of what I can do, man.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
It's just a taste of your power. With each year, you grow stronger.
Exactly. If I truly showed my power off, man, dude, I would make Donk look like a rookie.
Approaching 40 years old. That's how powerful do you become at the 40-year mark?
Exactly. I've got generational experience, man. You can't pay for that kind of crap.
Oh, backstab on the bomb plant, but it still does go down. Nonetheless, it's a flurry of blue in the feed here. So Boa's left in a 1v4. They know exactly where he is, so the walls are closing in, and he doesn't last very long.
Damn.
Rain above with a clean setup on that retake. They all just play back for a second, wait to hear that bomb, and at that moment, every member pounces and demolishes the setup on site.
Again, 4 is all you needed, man. I'm telling you, if you get the CT side in the second half and you start to take control, dude, you're going to start to realize, man, it's just, you're on the T side, you just made your life miserable. And again, just that round alone goes to show how this map plays out and how heavily sided it is on CT. But the problem is, I don't know how else you make the changes, because they made some minor adjustments to the map, and you have like that headshot position doesn't get used a whole ton. It is a pre-fire angle at this point, but I mean, the fact that they made Pop Dog so accessible now, I don't think that was the play for this map. I know you wanted to upgrade it and give it a facelift, but there's some changes to this map that have just made it way too lopsided for the CTs.
Would you say it was more
know
it's more CT sided than it was though? Because I mean,
Oh yeah, I feel
It's-
like they made it more CT sided.
I don't know. Wasn't the norm like 11 to 4 halves back in Go?
I mean, 11 to 4, 11 to 4, 10 to 5 halves were pretty normal. I don't know about this map specifically, but it's just the instead of having stairs for Pop Dog, now it's just you can just kind of essentially crunch in on it from sidewalk and from Pop Dog. You can kind of crunch in on the tees, and there's just so many ways. Like there's just so many ways you could get up there without having to go up a set of.
Oh my god! Ring around the rosy. Say you will with a double. Perfectly executed over from White. Cobra does get one back with the Deeg, and Say What You Will is low. 1 HP and a dream on that man, and he's still pushing this fight.
Zone is getting 3.
Though, okay, flank with the Galil. Now he swaps out to the M4, and he's just got one MP9 to best. The main issue here is he's such low HP. He goes to recover that bomb. Will you expect him sliding out from Pop Dog? Not quite. So the MP9 will avoid devastation, and Rain Above hold on to what was nearly a lost conversion.
I mean, that backstab from Ivy, that disowned to manage. I mean, who was that? Cobra. I mean, he basically kept shooting the Deagle to allow Disown to slowly crawl up, figure out where every single player was, and that triple kill was orchestrated and set up by Cobra so well that it really did catch after Rain Above off guard, and that whole round could have just fallen apart and came unraveled so quickly. But again, managing to hold on, headshot from the MP9 worked out perfectly, and now we've got the guns out for after image, but they're not great. Yeah, you have an AK, but I mean, Disown is still doing Disown stuff.
He's doing his best with that Galil, and it is man advantage to after image right now. Money is very much on the back rope as well for Rain Above, so if they don't convert this, it's still going to be minimum loss bonus, and we've got this flank coming in from Majin. After image have layers of flanks coming in, but reload right as he peeks. That's Counter-Strike timing to a T, and Say You Will is left to the clutch. As he slides out towards E-Box, his shoulder spotted, and Majin will lock it in. And Rain Above left broke now. Oh, that's pain right there. That's pain.
Reload. That was gross. And Majin at the end there, if he didn't have full HP, Say You Will would have actually won that fight out because he took a dink. He went from 100 to 15, and that's the unfortunate part of equipping an M4 is just not quite enough to do damage. Doesn't matter if you're point blank or not, or across the map.
You are firmly in the camp of A4 gang, not an A1S enjoyer. I do know that about you.
I love me some M4, but I mean, I do love me some A4, but at the same time, it still sucks that it's not a one-shot headshot.
that'd be a bit much, I feel.
All I'm saying is if you ever have the pleasure of shooting just an M4 or an AR-15 or anything of that nature that's got a 223 or any of those calibers, and you shoot anything, it should take out the person. Like I just don't understand why it just doesn't allow for a one-shot headshot.
Because balance, our young Iceman, balance is more important than reality.
Balance my ass.
If the CTs had access to a one-shot headshot, that would be absolutely disgusting.
It's not supposed to be easy for the T's. It's supposed to be hard.
It still isn't. We still have mostly CT-sided pools. So, I mean, statistically speaking, this might be a tad bit controversial. I do miss the T-sided meta. Almost every game is sort of defender-sided just inherently, and so it's kind of refreshing when CS was T-sided just because it felt different than other tac shooters at the time. So I do kind of miss it. I'm not gonna lie. Did it get
Anubis
a bit repetitive?
Was so T-sided was stupid.
That is the reason that I love Anubis. We've talked about this before on broadcast, and we've got ourselves a save round here for Rain Above, so we've got a little bit of waffling time to us, it seems. But I loved how T-sided Anubis was because, again, you usually see the defenders holding the advantage for most first-person tac shooters, and it was really cool to just hold up. Wait, okay, all right. It was 5-7 close range, man. I got a weird feeling. He had bomb. All right, everything's fine. But yeah, I don't know. Anubis is fun in that way. it's CT sided, or it's T sided, which means that you have to get more creative with your CT side. And I think we saw
Right.
some really cool innovation back early this year when we saw Eternal Fire really trying to innovate on the CT side of it. And he kind of had like a resurgence of people figuring out how to do it, and it was really interesting. I don't know. I like that. I like a little bit of difference, that sort of range that Counter-Strike had at the time. Bring Anubis back is what I'm saying. And for the love of God, get Inferno out.
I don't know. Like Inferno's fine. Get Mirage out. I don't know.
Inferno, Mirage are just like, yeah, they're just so.
Dude, just give me Vertigo back. I'm
stale
fine
at
with
this
Vertigo.
point. I am a Vertigo enjoyer, although I'm a Vertigo pre-rework enjoyer. That like opening up elevator, I'm just not a fan of.
Yeah, go back to closing elevator.
Yeah.
Give me some Anubis back. Give me some Vertigo back.
Hear me out.
And
They
take out
bring back
Mirage and Inferno.
They bring back the CT drop on Vertigo.
Yeah.
Where you used to be able
I'm okay
to
with
drop
that.
down to the lower level. I think that'd be pretty cool. Pretty funny. Let's just get wacky and zany with the map pool,
All right, give me like the original Dust back. Dust like Dust 1. Original Dust. Oh, that was a fun
That'd
map.
be such
that
a
was so
shit
much fun.
show. All right, Sway you. A lot of
Just gonna
pressure
have a
here, man.
9.
Oh, the Molotov does come in to support him, but Majin will just take the fight nonetheless and gets out with his life. Smoke cutting off Say You Will from getting any sort of refrag, so a lot of uncertainty on the B site, but it was just a distraction. Meanwhile, After Image have pivoted back over towards A. So, Rain Above, they've got to be quick on this rotate and piecing this round back together because they could find themselves very quickly in a disadvantageous retake. Cobalt will toss out another smoke, trying to stall out this hit. Util starts to rain in. That's going to call the forces over. We've got After Image trying to set their sights on match point here. A Molotov in towards the back of the site, but Cobalt's safe. He's just going to tuck in deep. They might not expect this, and that's exactly what happens. Rage the first to fall. Now the MP9 gets to take these close range engagements, but Distone, he'll put a bullet between his eyes. Sarah, in the meantime,
the
is going to
bomb.
get one back. Bomb down. They need to try and get this planted. Time's running low. You've only got about 20 seconds to get it down. It's a 2v2 where both players are scattered. Say You Will gets one back. Just one more required for them to hold on. Low HP on Say You Will as that bomb starts to get planted by Boa, and we've got ourselves a 1v1 post-plant.
Say Will's gonna have one shot to pull this off. He's very low on the HP. There's a kid right in front of him. He still has to find the kill, but he can't. He's trying to just find the player. Boa managed to take the head off of Say You Will. Right now, he's got 115 ADR, but that's not enough because that's putting After Image up to match point here, and we're already close to figuring out who's going to win map 1.
Not only that, this is the map pick of Rain Above, which doesn't bode well
That's
for
rough.
Mirage. The fact that it's as one-sided as it is. Now, as we were saying earlier, Mirage is a very overplayed map. Everybody, I'm sorry, you should have your reps on a map like Mirage. With how long it's been in the pool, with how much of a staple it is within the game, you should at least have a basic level of fundamentals on the map. Especially if you're not going to permaban it.
That's true. Oh, we got 5 MP9s. We got a Furia buy in the mix. That's because it's all the money they got.
That's what I
You
was
know?
gonna say. That's because that's all they could really bring into this. They don't have the money for anything better. But you never know what can happen
you
with these
call me
MP9s,
poor?
man. I mean, it is definitely not as good as it used to be, but it's still a very solid SMG, all things considered. And if you tuck in close enough, you can get some cheeky stuff done. Another Molotov towards back of sight, but it's still not burning away that hell position. Surely After Image don't overlook it again. Say You will tuck in close on the new box. He actually is going to try and go for an aggressive play here, and he'll catch 2 in the back, even getting away with his life. Now he tucks in with an AK. All of a sudden, he has a chance in this round, trying to give everything he can for his team. Rage takes out one more, doubles down. Now Say You Will has to activate, and he gets a
quad
double.
kill.
4 kills deep, needs the ace. Or Rage needs to bail them out, but low HP does not bode well for him. He'll tuck tail over towards the B site, try to get the plant down. He's got 2 CTs who will be making their way over to him in a matter of seconds. Oh my god, he's going for the aggressive angle. He tucks in at the box. Flash over top. Keeps his vision, but spotted out. Say you will. Good jiggle. The ace on the round. Say you will. He'll do it all his damn self. He'll keep his team alive however he has to. And after
Say you
can't
might
quite get victory.
Say you
yet.
might or say you will, man. It doesn't matter. This man does it all. Ace in the round L. And I was like, you know what? Are they going to give it to him? Are they going to give it to him? And they do give it to him.
Worst part is you're just not even out of the woods yet, though. I mean, yeah, great shots from him, a beautiful ace, but you've still got 5 more rounds to go, so it's hard, it feels like, to stay on top like that. How many more rounds can you rely on Say You Will just going nuclear like that? You got to start getting more pieces activated here. He's 23 and 14, and no one else on his team is even positive.
Nope. I was going to say, not even close to him. I mean, 12 is the next person right behind him. That's half of his frags right there is sitting on one of your teammates. And yeah, you know what? It's fine. You know, it's set your teammate up for success, but you still need the rest of your team around him. I mean, Don't can't do everything alone. He does have Chopper. He does have Shiro. It's like, all right, you still need other people here to contribute. And eventually you start getting tired of it. You're like, all right, well, I need help. But nonetheless, again, you know, it's one of those situations where he probably knows that that's the role he's playing, and he's fine with it. It's just, if you guys want to win, you know, step it up as well. Like, step up to his level. Don't come down. But again, 5 more rounds here to go. Just take it one frag, one round at a time. You can start to work on whittling away After Image's economy, and you can start building these rounds back, and you can start making them question what they're doing in their gameplay.
Cobalt first up to bat. Rage will put him down. Sharp shooting, especially on some of these entries. And that gives a very comfortable advantage over to After Image. They've got a little bit of time to still work this default. Meanwhile, some more kills coming in the feed, but Say You Will, it's a collateral. Surely he can't do it again. 30 seconds left on the clock, but the east side is infiltrated. So it's another retake here for Rain Above. And although Say You Will has a collat in the books for this round, there's still 2 more to find. They've got a nice spread here on the post plant. One over towards Heaven, one tucked towards CT, and getting peppered down. Both players now low, and surely they don't expect Majin in this position. The round in the palm of his hands, and he'll seal the deal. 13-7. Say You Will can't do it all alone. After Image pull out with the victory.
Yeah, there's not more. I mean, I don't know how much more you can ask of Say You Will in that situation there. He gets a collateral with the AWP. You see the bodies go flying. And then on top of that, you know, he gets 25 frags when nobody's even close to him. He did everything he could to make that work. But unfortunately, it just was too little too late, right? He was definitely caught in the crossfire there of After Image. But again, this is a best of 3. That's the beautiful part about this. It's not just one round. It's not just a BO1. So, you know, they can come back and reverse sweep. So again, you know, we'll take a little bit of a break here. When we come back, it's going to be that of Mirage, right? And then, you know, we'll see if they can manage to create a comeback here. Are we going to take a break, or do we just go straight into it? Awesome, right. Awesome. Well, we're gonna take a little bit of break, Al, and then when we come back, we'll go and see if you know, what Rain Above have for us in map 2.
Half past 9 and I can't see straight. I'm hoping that I'll make it tomorrow, but right now I don't feel my pace. on the rise, you're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. Tell me there's an issue. I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Or maybe can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why. Oh, I just wanna feel free, and I just wanna be me. Yeah, I just wanna go so crazy. I just wanna be a freak. Yeah, I just wanna rise to the top. Yeah, I just wanna go reach the peak. So I've been really well focused on success. Hey, y'all will see. Yeah, you'll see that I will get it. Cause I'm really focused, man. I make it with the rap and I just follow my path. I just follow my passion. To me, this is what's precious. Yeah, in my soul, man, I can feel it. So every single verse, man, I just gotta go and kill it, man. I gotta be the kid. I could be the guy taking you wild. I could be the villain, but good as a kid. Lately, I'm painting my path on my way. Yeah, I got no time that I can waste. So I've been sitting in the space. Yeah, making rest every day, man. You know that I go insane. Yeah, I hit you with a bullet to the brain. Let us stop first, cause we going insane. You don't know what I'm gonna do. You don't know what is next. And I'm loving the fact, truly it's making me blessed. Cause I work on my team, no snakes in the grass. And we have been twisting the wind because of the work that we did in the past. Because of the work that we did in the past. Man, we went to hours, you barely got rest. So I get the realm and we didn't finesse. So I got the feelings that we might be next. Cause when we go in, we win in the match. When we go in, we win in the match. So that's how we do, cause we be the best. We be the best, best. Yeah, we be the best. Whoa. Yeah, we be the best, best. We be the best. Hey, yeah, we be the best, best. Hey, we be the best. Yo, you wanna come to my test? Whoa, you want to see we the best? Hey, you don't see that we're the best kid, so I suggest you never really come and test it. But otherwise, I will smack your face like Michael Jordan does with a ball on the basket. Oh damn kid, but you didn't expect it. You never really thought that this could just happen. But now really come on and we pull out with the action. Cause people defeat those they don't get it like.
Send me a
right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Crossfire. We're going to hop into map 2 here for Mirage and Al. I hope we're going to have a banger because I would love to go to Dust 2.
I'd love to go 3 maps, but considering the fact that Rain Above's map pick was Train and it wasn't even particularly close, doesn't bode well. On top of that, opening kill for After Image. Majin is going to try and pave the way forward here on this pistol round. But as of right now, he's just sort of biding his time and waiting over inside of apps. Nobody's committing behind this. Actually, they're going through underpass into mid to keep their options open. We might just see Majin being a fake. As he starts bulldozing his way forward, the more kills he gets, the more rotates he pulls, well, the better it would have been. But he doesn't last very long. Job done, though. He stalls enough time for that bomb to get planted on a 4v4 post-plant in the pistol.
Hell yeah. Majin does his job, and now we got Rain Above trying to play the post plant. And now look, everybody's in great positions. You even have freaking Cobra is going to go inside Palace. I mean, look, they're literally spread over all the map. This is hide and go seek at its finest.
Yeah, they're all over the place. Cercera is at least going to get 1 kill, but Rage has dinked down Cobalt in the meantime. Kills still coming through for the CTs, though. They got to start hopping onto that bomb. But like I said, there is a kit in play. The issue is from Khan. Disowned is going to cause issues, and Rage is still thriving over towards ramp as well. They combine to pull that post plan off, and Rain Above can't catch a break right now.
Dang, they blowed up to the bomb.
They blowed it up.
But I mean, Disown getting activated there inside of Con. Again, like I said, you had a player inside of Palace, you had a player inside of Main, you had one inside Jungle, you had one inside Con. Like, dude, that was the worst case of hide and seek you could have ever asked yourself for, because the second you think you got control of the site, boom, there goes another player. The second you think you got it, boom, you got another player. Disown getting himself a double, man, that was beautiful. That was gorgeous, and you couldn't have asked for a better post plant setup from the T side, man.
Rage with the top.
Hell yeah, Rage. Go
well.
to Rage.
All
Let's go.
We're going on a rampage.
Not what I meant to say.
And that doesn't bode well, although this is minimal investment from Rain Above. Just a few Deagles in the mix, a little bit of upgraded pistols to try and cause some sort of issue. Cercera does at least get 1, but with the bomb down, no kits in play, and no real way into the site, this should be a pretty easy conversion here for After Image on 2 rounds. We're simply biding our time for the rifles at this point.
At this point, yeah.
Okay, Boa. Cheeky little double there. Can you get the 3rd? Yes, you can. Galil put to work. Galil gang. So, you know, we've talked about this before on broadcast. I'm a huge advocate of Galil specifically on CT side, specifically when you're an anchor. This is something that I've said multiple times on broadcast with you, and you're still a doubter of it. But I will have you know, today, while I was watching, I think it was the Falcons-Maus game, there was an anchor moment, I believe it was out of Tessus, where he needed exactly 31 bullets to get every kill in his anchor position.
Okay.
So, I'm just saying that he wouldn't have gotten that kill without the Galil.
Without the extra bullet?
Mm-hmm. There's 5 extra bullets, man, and like, I don't know, just something about the Galil, when you hold down the trigger, you don't stop until they're dead. It just feels good in anchor spots exclusively. It feels horrible everywhere else.
All right. So I know we still have one more round of the major left. But do you have a favorite so far?
Well, did you see the matchup for tomorrow? We should probably... All right, we'll focus on that on a waffle round where there's an eco, because right now, After Image are about to get a 3rd round straight. Unless these last 2 rifles from Rain Above can piece something together, they start to try and scale up through Colonist. Smoke dropped at their feet as well, just to cover their back. Say you will, looking to retake space.
Dead.
Oh, Disown, yeah, he has no idea.
Colin's not dead?
Well, the thing is that Disown is drawing so much attention over here, so now it's got to be the save. You have to save these rifles.
Oh, yeah.
What a pull
100%.
from Disown. Either way, have you seen one of the matchups for tomorrow in the 2-2 bracket to go to playoffs?
Well, I mean, I saw that we had
the headliner, I would say.
Oh, the G2 and Faith,
Yes.
G2 and
Yes, sir. Falcons G2. Nico and Hunter.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
battling for
so it was
major
G2
playoffs.
Falcons. Yeah.
The Kovac
So only
brothers,
one Kovac gets to go to the playoffs. Yeah.
And we've talked about this extensively. My favorite to win the major, or who I want to win the major, storyline for Hunter. He said multiple times that the reason he was playing, the main reason he played in 2-1 Counter Strike was to try and help Nico win his major. It was to try and help his cousin win his major. And now
Well, guess what?
Nico
You
has
can
obviously
go ahead and let
stepped
him
away.
get to the playoffs.
Yep. Well, Nico's obviously stepped away, and so now Hunter has slid into the IGL role. He's now playing for himself and playing for his own team that he has built. And I think it would be a beautiful storyline for him to win the major when he starts trying to win it for himself. You know, I think that'd be a great storyline.
See, I wanted G2 and Falcons in the grand finals so that we could have the storyline.
That would be wild.
The Kovac cousins, somebody's finally one Kovac is finally going to get a major, right? I didn't want it in the 2-2 stage 3 matchup.
Yeah. But I mean, at least we do get a high stakes Kovac match, right? Ooh, that's a nice little phrase. Kovac match.
High stakes
Didn't
Kovac match.
Didn't even mean that one. Just came out.
I mean, the fact that complexity is still in the major is blowing my mind. That's all I'm going to say there.
You mean Passion UA?
No, I'm calling them complexity. You can fuck off. I don't care. I don't care that they're Passion UA. They will always be complexity in my mind. I'm sorry.
It wrong. I'm sorry. I did say it wrong. It's Passion NA.
You're right. It's Passion NA. Just like it's not Aurora. It's freaking Eternal Fire. But yeah, I'm actually surprised.
I finally gotten to a point where I've stopped calling them Eternal Fire. It did take a while. I was so sad.
That one took a while
out.
for me. Yeah, I agree.
It was very sad.
And then Bait, dude, Bait is kicking everybody's butts this major. It is actually fun to watch Bait right now. Whether they make it or not, it is actually fun to watch. Alex and NPL and Headtrick. It's so much fun watching them because like they shouldn't be here. But yet they're still kicking ass. Like I love it.
Rage pulled a trick. He made Cobalt's head disappear.
Dude, that just hey, look, magic trick, poof, head gone.
I do wish that if you got like headshotted without head armor by an op, your head just exploded.
That would be awesome.
Because it's something like what 600 plus damage.
It's like 450, I think.
I think that's with head armor, isn't it? Without head armor, isn't it like over 600? Maybe I'm
let
tripping.
me look.
All right, go ahead and look. Sway you. What can you do? 5-7 in hand. Collins has gotten one. He's just caught between both angles, but he still manages to turn and take out Boa. The issue is you've already lost so much control. Man advantage still lies in the hands of After Image, and they're splitting this site well, keeping Colin at bay with the util. Now a flash in towards Market. My God, what a beautiful flash. Nobody pounces off of it, and Say You will go down nonetheless. It's just all coming together right now for After Image. They're showing a clear gap between them and Rain Above here on Mirage.
Okay, so the default, it doesn't, so head armor doesn't block that much with an AWP. It's 459 default, and then armored is 448.
Okay. Oh. Makes sense. I mean, the whole thing with the AWP is it has high armor penetration. That's why it one-shots the chest.
Dude, did you see the Zywoo shot on Nuke?
Zywoo shot on Nuke. I do not believe I did.
The new wallbang.
That one.
Hell?
Yes, I saw that one. Yes.
Into ramp room. I was like, oh my god.
To be fair, that's not new. You just very rarely see it, and you even less often see it connect. But Monacy was throwing a few through the wall there, the same day. Which, granted, I don't know if he would have been watching the Vitality match, but I do know that it's been around. But as the caster said, you usually don't see it so calculated. With Zywoo, it looks so intentional and so purposeful. It really looked like he's like labbed the timing. Whereas with everybody else, it just feels like you're kind of throwing a few Hail Mary shots and then you back away.
Right.
But Zywoo was like staring at it for a few seconds and then popped the shot.
It's almost like he knew what he was doing.
It's Zywoo. It's just Zywoo things, man. B-side under threat once again. Close on the smoke is Swayu, but he only holds on for a single kill. The rest of the site gets overrun. Sorcerer's trying to hold on from Market, but eventually traded back all the same, and Rain Above just can't get a foothold right now in this series, it feels like. And as Cobalt's in a 1v3 blocked off by smoke, it feels like your only option is to save, but you won't even get afforded that luxury.
Nope. I mean, he had 2 players staring at him after the smoke wall went away. And that's going to be 5 in a row for Afterimage coming into this next round. And even with max loss bonus, I mean, Rain Above still have to kind of concede a half buy because you can't keep forcing into these rounds. You do need the best weapons possible. You need all the M4s. We're going to get a forced M4 out of Cicera. Everybody else is just going to save and concede that. But again, this is probably going to be a 5th unless Cicera can go crazy with this M4. But he's got to be very mobile. He's got to be able to get a kill, move around, find another kill, try to pick up some of these guns. But he's about to stare at he's about to walk into the crosshairs potentially of Rage in this AWP. And Rage has been he's on a tear right now. It's 7-2.
Yeah, nobody really able to consistently stop him. Cicera, he's waiting for this contact, seeing if somebody's going to crawl through that smoke. But as he peeks back out towards Khan, he notices that the space has been taken and his head is taken off his shoulders. Still, a lot of opposition being provided here. And on top of that, Say You Will's gotten one of his own. So it's all left up to Rage in the 1v2. But he's got that bomb. He's already over on the B site. So he should have himself a nice comfy post plant to play this clutch.
The problem is you have Say You Will, who's on 4 HP, and
Oh my!
I don't know if they necessarily want to go for this, but God, how do you can't see this angle? There's no way.
He does back off. Doesn't want to spend too long exposed to catwalk. Now he goes back up into apps, sees 1 cross and 2, knows where both are now. Smoke goes down, top on the bomb, just trying to bait a reaction right now. First shot goes awry. He can't quite land it. It's a full 10-second defuse, though. It's just being held all the way. Jumping up out of the window, he will meet his demise. Say You Will and Colin combined to finally break this Afterimage streak.
I mean, it took both of them. On top of that, with some heroics there, Rage couldn't quite pull the trigger there on the first couple shots when he sees him go out the window. And honestly, that shot that he had there onto Colin, I thought would have landed, or Say You Will, I thought would have honestly landed. It just, I guess it was just part of the game and missed a shot there. But Rain Above finally picking that one up there. But again, you need more than heroics. Heroics are not going to be the consistent recipe for success when it comes to either side, whether it's T or CT side. It's going to take a lot more fundamentals from your gameplay and teamwork. You can't always rely on somebody getting an ace just to win a round, man. That's just never a good recipe for success.
Execute Util goes out onto A. Cobra with the opening kill, but there's a very strong punch back here from the CTs. Cobalt and Cicera combined to cut off this rotation, but now the flank comes in. Disowned up through Khan is doing his best to bring this back into the fold for Afterimage. Rage with op in hand. He posts up over towards the ticket booth. Now a smoke goes out, but Disowned is still thriving out of Khan right now. It's bomb being planted, and Colin's position now known. Rage swaps out to the AK, crawling through the smoke, but it's anticipated by Colin. Can't quite land the spray, though. And so Afterimage, it's just a 1-round break from winning. They go right back into their usual...
Yeah, I mean, again, it started off where Rain Above looked like they were kind of strong there, but Afterimage just bulldoze their way onto the site and narrowly take that round away. Rage only having a little bit of a HP left, but it doesn't matter because that, again, you've got yourself a 6th round, and you've at least, like you like to say, they've secured themselves a half. And if nothing else, they can at least end the half with at least 6. And if at this point they're not slowing down, they can get even more at this point.
Disown trying to crest the smoke right now, and he does find one on the edge. Sway You out of the picture. Boa doubles down as well. And this is just another Afterimage round, but this one breaks the economy of Rain Above, I believe. I mean, maybe you'll have enough money on somebody like Say You Will or Cicera to get a rifle out, depending on the loss bonus. It should be, I believe, 2,900. But everybody else is going to be hurting for funds.
Yeah, I mean, you need to say these weapons. I don't even know why Say You would want to, peek this. Oh,
Swaps the util.
Quick switch. Wait. Oh yeah, you can't
Just
react
sees
that
the top
fast.
of
I'm
his
sorry.
head swinging by. Oh, that's painful.
Have you seen that that meme where it's like someone scoped in and they go underneath the scope and then all of a sudden they like uncrouch and it's like hello and then
Hello.
they
Yep.
just like
Yeah, I know what you're
yeah.
talking about. I thought initially you were going to talk about the crazy trigger discipline that was played a while ago on, I think it was VP, where somebody he was on the B site of Mirage and he went underneath his scope, killed his teammate, and then killed him.
Oh, why do I feel like I should know that?
Ironically, it's happened twice to VP. It's not the first time that happened to VP. Somebody made a comparison video, and it's like the exact same thing.
Like they crouch walked under the scope.
Under the
and then,
scope, yeah, and killed their teammate on catwalk, then flipped back and killed the Opper. And the Opper was just so befuddled as to how he died and how that person got to where they were. And they were watching apps, I believe.
Damn.
Yeah, another opening kill here for Afterimage. Aggressive opping out of rage, and I mean, why not? At this point, Afterimage are playing with so much confidence, they don't feel like they can fail. That one round, a write-off for them. It doesn't take them very long to get back into their flow.
Yeah, right now, Rain Above are struggling just to find rounds, and the success that Sayuel had from the last map is being kind of cooled down just a little bit at this point, and Rage is going to see that. But you've got a lot more people over here on the Afterimage side who's been stepping up to the plate. You've got Rage at 10, Disowned at 9, Majin at 8. I mean, just everybody else is stepping up, and right now it's just a little bit more coming out from the T side than we have on the CT side. And again, yeah, you're getting some kills here and there, but they're all just like on lost rounds. They're all just after just kind of what is it, post plant unimpactful frags at this point. And yeah, you might be getting a little bit here, a little bit there, say you will, but it's 8-1, and we're gonna get a timeout coming in. And again, it's just it's not enough. We need more.
Yeah, alarm bells ringing at this point for Rain Above. They need some sort of course correction. This is their buy. They'll be able to get just about anything that they want, barring the AWP, but Sayuel's got an AK, so I imagine he's probably not too bummed out. But this has just been an Afterimage stomp so far, and like I said, it just didn't bode well that Rain Above got defeated so easily on their own map pick. Just doesn't bode well going forward onto your opponent's map.
Yeah, because they got the pistol and the conversion, and that's where they ended at. Like, they got to 6, they got to within 2, and then Afterimage just ran away with it after that. So, I mean, again, I was really kind of hoping a little bit more out of their CT side, but it was just too big of a hill to climb at that point. And again, in these best of 3s, it's all about your stamina. It's not a sprint. This is a marathon, man.
Well, feels like a sprint right now for Afterimage. It's a quick 2-0 victory from the way it looks, but yeah, it does feel like Rain Above are just sort of running out of plans and running out of steam. It feels very deflated now. So Sarah will at least get 1 and 2 back into the fold, but is that really enough to pull off this retake? From what we've seen, even at a man deficit, Afterimage can pull this off. 2 more kills to go, and Rage gets felled on the site. That's everybody dead, so Rain Above at least salvage a second round. As we're approaching the close to the half, you've only got 2 more rounds to try and salvage the CT side.
Yeah, but Afterimage have more than enough money to be able to go into these last 2 rounds. So you're just, well, maybe not. Rage had money, but I mean, Cobra's got money too. So I mean, again, you've got a good buy, and even with the loss bonus, there's not a whole lot of money left over. So you might be able to break the economy.
I mean,
if you can win this
already on lower weaponry as well.
He doesn't have much. He didn't have much money.
It's pretty astonishing, honestly, that Afterimage have as little money as they do, considering the scoreline. But we've got a Tech 9 and a Galil in play here. They just didn't have enough funds to get fully equipped for this one. So this is your best chance to snowball the end of this half, Rain Above. If you're able to take down this round, that's only 1,900 into the next. And the only one who will be able to afford a rifle would be Rage. So a lot of implications on this round as Util starts to pour out. Execute comes in for the B site. Majin is going to try and run down that pillar player, but Bo is actually the one who gets credited with the kill. Meanwhile, Tech 9 gets into the feed as well. It doesn't matter if he's just on an upgraded pistol, still finding impact nonetheless. And Rage rings out with that AWP. So now Say You Will and Cobalt into yet another uncomfortable retake. Spotsman jumping up onto the white band, and now Rage is holding the angle. You're crazy for peeking back into that one. It's all to activate Cobalt from Catwalk, but not expecting Cobra close left, and that's just too much to ask from Cobalt. As he scales back up, he'll find his death after Image, again denying any consecutive rounds in this half.
Yeah, Cobra was in the perfect position there for, Say You Will not to be able to clear that, and then he could actually see Cobalt on Catwalk and just finished off the kill there. So those last two kills coming in from Cobra were huge. They were massive. And we're just seeing impact all over the place from everybody on After Image. And right now it's just the After Image show. And I mean, at least on paper, I would have thought that, Rain Above would have definitely put up more of a fight and would be coming into this with a lot more confidence. So again, After Image doing their homework, coming in, just setting everything down, setting the precedence early. And they haven't stopped taking their foot off the gas at this point.
Yeah, it's man advantage once again for After Image, but Cobalt plays the trigger discipline on the first, trying to get a little bit more. Staring down, trying to grab the AK, ends up being his demise, though. A little bit of greed playing in there. You still had a rifle in your hands, yet you look to the floor to try and get something better, and that means that After Image get a nice, cozy 10-2 half.
Yeah. Cozy is definitely the right word there. I mean, when you set yourself up for that much success, I mean, you just look and you're like, all right, we just need a few more rounds. Sometimes lesser teams can look at that scoreline and be like, all right, well, we can kind of coast through. Just you have to win this game on both sides and just realize, hey, you know what? Don't give up. Not until it says 13. And so, yeah, you know what? Rain Above might be coming in with this and if they get this pistol round, they can make something happen. But again, if you're After Image, you're like, man, you've got plenty of rounds to work with. Don't throw it away and put yourself in a position to win. That's all. That's the name of the game. Just put yourself in a position to win and take it one frag and one round at a time.
Well, at this point, Rain are relying on what is most likely one of the most arduous comebacks of their careers. You'd have to have a pretty clean T side to match the output of After Image, and on top of that, you still got a third map to go. So at this point, it probably feels like the walls are closing in.
Yeah, just to get to like you have a mountain to climb just to win this map, and then you still have another mountain to climb just to win this series. So it's like, how much stamina, how much emotional reserve do you have just to be able to pull off this comeback? And on top of that, take us to a map too. That's asking a lot out of even the highest level of professional play. That's asking a lot. And right now, again, we're just going to take it one step at a time at this point. That's a good start for... I was going to say that was a good start. That's Rage on the opposite side. Never mind.
Yeah. Got used to seeing Rain Above on the CT side, but we might not have to look at them on the T side for very long. This rush into B, though, is going well. Colin's able to get an entry, make it a double, and the bomb is down. There is a kit in play here, but the kill's still coming in favor of the T's right now. So, kicking this off with a pistol round, that's exactly how you get into this comeback to start it out. It's just Rage remaining. He'll try and jump through the window, hearing that reload, but already peppered down to half HP. He doesn't have armor, and that just makes this retake all the harder. Can't quite pull it off. After Image will drop, I think, their first pistol of the series.
I
think it's been all After
Maybe.
Image winning the pistols.
No, because right above got they right above got the pistol on the CT side of train.
Oh, right.
Because they got the
right,
first
yeah,
two. That got them to 6, and that was all they got.
Right. You're right. You're right. And that's why you're the color.
I think they split them so far.
Minimal buy-in here from After Image. It's all coming back to me now, as I now remember that After Image is not exactly one to force buy in the second, it seems. So it's all coming back.
It's all coming back to me now.
I saw Majin buy an MP9, and I thought we were going to get a Furia buy, and I almost got so excited, but it's just him prioritizing utility a little more. I think he also got an upgraded pistol into the last, so just didn't have the funds for a proper rifle. Everybody else pulls out the A1S, though.
I wonder if Majin's a DBZ fan.
Presumably, yeah.
I don't know if you get the reference.
I do.
Okay. It's just not a name you see very often, so I'm like, it's got to
yeah.
be a DBZ fan.
Majin is about out there. I think that the Majin Buu arc is a little bit underrated, to be honest.
Oh man, Majin Buu, one of the best like villains slash heroes ever. Like, I don't know, one of my favorites.
Okay, you're a Majin arc enjoyer as well.
Oh yeah, I love me some Majin.
It is a
Majin
bit of
Buu.
a mess. I won't deny that it clearly was a bit of a mess narratively, and you could tell that Akira Toriyama was kind of improvising as he went, but he also did that with all of his writing.
It felt that way.
He did that with all of his writing, so I'm not too particularly miffed about it. And I still think that it's got some really solid moments, especially for Vegeta and his whole arc.
Yeah, again, Vegeta, another one of those, villain turned hero kind of thing. Still wanted to be a villain, but was like, well, I might as well just, be a good guy. My brother's a good guy, whatever. I just that whole just. I mean, look at the androids. I mean, and it's just so many characters in that show just were bad and turned good kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, almost every villain. I believe actually every
Except for
villain.
like Cell.
Yeah, Sal, you're right. Okay, well, all right. We were waffling through this one because it was supposed to be rain above, coasting through this one. It was just some upgraded pistols and I believe a saved rifle, but still that comes unraveled. So after Image, they just needed us to talk a little bit of Dragon Ball. That's how they powered up.
They called upon Shinron, bro. I mean, Jesus.
And that's got to be
upgraded
heartbreaking
weapons
for Rain
here.
Above. You get 3 rounds in a row. This one was supposed to be the simple one. You're up against a saved rifle and some upgraded pistols, and this is how it comes unraveled. And now,
Because it was a half buy, now they've got money going in the next round.
yeah, and it feels like Sway was just saving here. He's so scared to make a move, and he's going to at least try and drop, presumably, a AK to one of his teammates, but he might not even get the save. Yeah, on borrowed time. Cobra's going to hunt him down, take away everything from Rain Above, and that's after Image to 11. You've got almost no room to breathe if you want to pull off this comeback, but, I mean, feels like a bit of a fantasy for them to pull this one off.
Yeah, see, Sayuel started off with an AWP, but then
Swapped out the AK.
you got Cicera who's on an upgraded pistol, and like I kind of felt like he could have still stuck with the AWP, but I guess he wants to go for the rifle. Got to go for this fast A
Yeah, they
hit,
want to go for a fast hit. That's
and
what it is.
I don't know if After Image is ready for this.
Well, Cobra gets the first, but there is solid trades here for the T's. Rain Above are going to break through onto the A site. How many kits are in play? There's 2 available to the CTs on this retake. Molotov to try and stall out that bomb plan. It does exactly that. Still going down nonetheless, though. All 3 CTs coming in from Khan. One burned out on steps. Boa out of the picture, so it's a 2v4 now for the rest to try and piece together. And, well, Colin locks it in with this flank. Beautifully played by him. Majin goes down, and Dasone just has to back away with this M4.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good fast play, and I love when I see teams change up the pace of play, going from a default setup into an execute into hitting the site. sometimes you just have to change the pace of play. You have to catch the opponent off guard, whether it's T's going into CTs or CTs going into T's. And they made the right call there. They pushed through. After Image were kind of sort of getting set up, and you could see that the chaos that got thrown into the mix was absolutely just was magnificent. It was a great setup and play and execute there. But you can't do that all the time. You can't always do that because then the CTs are going to get used to it. They're just going to throw utility and you're going to get peppered down. But again, you have to change that up sometimes. Just like the CT, sometimes you got to push a particular side of the map. The gamble might not work, but sometimes it does. And then you catch the Ts trying to do an execute, and voila, you get yourself 1 or 2 kills and you unravel the whole round. So good job on Rain Above there.
Yeah, it's kind of that constant conversation with anchor players when they pull off a good aggression and catch the T's before they're able to throw out the execute. You're all of a sudden people are already talking about how you're one of the best anchors out there and you have really massive swings, but then the moment you overextend and they're waiting for you on that, all of a sudden you're feeding and a massive detriment to your team. So there's that constant ebb and flow of Counter-Strike like we were talking about earlier. It really is a fickle mistress. And Rain Above just can't piece together consistent rounds, it feels like. And that ends up being their demise in this series. Consistency is key, going. And Rain just don't got any of it.
Can't get anything going.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at this, it's like, okay, yeah, you got yourself 3 rounds after the pistol round. After Image, they just had such a big lead. They've only needed a few rounds, and now they're sitting on match point with 6 chances to close this out. And you have to play perfect for the next 6 rounds again. But you have to not only get through this just to push us to overtime, but then you got to take us to map 3. And right now, the first 2 opening kills go the way of After Image.
Say You Will does get us back into the conversation, though. He gets a double, and Colin will combine with him. So they hold on to man advantage right now, trying to stay alive in this series. This feels just like it did on Train. Even if you win this round, off the heroics of some of your members, how long can you really rely on that? Retake coming back in through Ticket Booth right now for Disowned. He's had a bit of a slowdown. He started out really hot here on Mirage.
It's a fake because they're taking the bomb B, dude.
Yeah, Sorcerer's just trying to stall as much time as he can. 2v2, though, that's the issue with this, is now, although you have the site available to you right above, you're in a 2v2 and make that a 1v2. This is very much on the cards for After Image. Colin's got to stand and deliver. He'll spot out the first one and mark it. Hearing the second as well, he'll just back off, throw out a smoke to the window. It's actually a Molotov to buy himself some space and time, and he'll take advantage of it. Rain Above buy themselves just a little more time with 1 more round.
Just enough to buy themselves a lifeline into this match here. And it feels like you're on the set of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and you've worked your way up to that $1 million question. But the problem is you just use up your last lifeline, and now you just have to make the choice on your own. And you're not going to get any more help here. You're not going to get any more chances because After Image are going to come for your throat every single round. And again, can you play perfect again? This is where your mental stamina comes into play. And it's like, do you have what it takes to do this every single round? And then potentially even go to overtime. That's even worse. So again, it's a good start, but you still got 5 more rounds to find.
A swift
After
opener
just need 1
from Say You Will, but a quick trade back. As Majin is trying to keep things in the fold here for After Image and finish this out nice and easy. 13-7s on both map would certainly be a bit poetic. Say You Will, though, he continues to be the one redeeming quality right now for Rain Above. Doing his best to keep his team alive. Boa tries to shoot up through the ladder, but Say You Will continues to deliver, doing it all on his own once again. 4 kills deep, and another potential ace to try and keep his team alive. It'll be denied by Colin. All that matters is that Rain Above has stayed alive.
Yeah, but that noise, that game noise that pops on again, it's like you know that you're the one that has to keep fighting. And after image, like, all right, we're fine. We still have it. Even if it happens to go to overtime, I still feel like after image are at the moment the better team. They've just shown me get a better gameplay. I'm not necessarily saying that they are the better team, and I'm not saying that Rain Above are lesser. It's just this particular game has shown me that they have at least had the better team here. And we've got Boa opening it up and Rage right behind him to give themselves the advantage in this situation. And Guns are gonna get picked up, Al.
Yeah, once again, this is an eco round for After Image, and it's how Rain are dropping the ball again. This ended up being their issue on the conversion, and oh, no way! Swayu is going to get caught in transition trying to jump up towards mid-window, and now Colin has to retake this space, but he gets put down. Cercera with a nice spray transfer, 3 out of him, and brings this to a 1v1 against Cobra. Just tucks tail and runs. He thinks that this is a pivot over towards the B side, it seems.
How is Cercera turned this in from a 1v4 into a 1v1 in about 0.2 seconds? Amazing spray transfer out of him. Everybody literally lines up inside of his crosshair, but a lesser man would have whiffed like some of those shots there.
And Cobra goes B, but Cercera, oh, is he second guessing himself? He re-clears A. He checks CT. Now he's going to start heading back, trying to get this bomb down. Cobra, alarm bells ringing. Surely he's starting to piece it together that it's not the B play here. And as he hears that bomb get planted, he's going to start to pivot. Guns in mid to be picked up, but Cercera knows that. So as he clears out ramp right now, he should have an idea where this retake is coming in from, but Cobra's not even going to go for it. He's just going to pick up the op and save it. And so Cercera bails Rain Above out. It felt like the end of the line for them, but a triple spray transfer in mid gives them a shining light of hope.
It was just, I don't think Cercera realized what he did in that situation. And I mean, I think he was just going for the trade. I think he was just going for like 1, maybe 2 kills. But then that cat play that comes through, he just kept holding down left click and was able to just mow everybody down. And I don't think Cercera realized what happened. If I had a camera on him, I probably would be looking at him thinking that he would have this shocked look on his face, because I don't even think he realized what he did. I mean, it looked like he was just caught off a little bit, but basically, again, another hero moment coming out from Rain Above. And I feel like that's all we've been able to get out of them is hero moments just to make something happen. And you can't always have that. You need something a little bit more.
And now it's the double op setup, but one's dealt with. Rage, he, for whatever reason, just starts jumping through mid. I'm not sure what his plan was there, but that's an opening kill for Rain to take advantage of. Now that second op reveals itself. Majin inside of B apps. He'll pop another shot over towards Catwalk, but the second peek is just a step too far. Sayuil will make sure that he doesn't get away with that. Boa aggressing down ramp. That's a lot of information over to After Image.
It is, but it's not. I mean, look, there's 2 players inside of Palace, so
they think that A's clear. Oh my god, this information actually ends up being their grave potentially. They think that A isn't necessarily the play because 2 players have silent wrapped through Palace. Now Cobra's going to start hearing them rotating up through Con. Rotates is being called over from B. You got yourselves a 3v4 situation to retake in to try and stop this comeback from coming through. But Sayuil is doing everything he can right now for Rain Above. He cuts off that rotate. And now Boa activates from ramp. That position that he held for so long finally pays dividends. And is this really the end of the line for Rain Above? Do they drop a 4v2? It's all left up to Cobalt. They need another hero moment, and it's just too much to ask. After Image will secure the 2-0 victory. It gets a little dicey at the end, but they never seem to doubt the process.
I mean, again, we see a 1v4 turn into a round win, and then on the very next round we see a 2v4 get turned into a round win as well. I mean, that position you said that came out from Boa was immaculate. He held on to that, and I thought that was going to be, you know, the misinformation that was going to come out from the round, but it turned out to be the perfect read, because he comes out, he gets activated, no one's watching for it, nobody mollies it, and they think it's clear. Next thing you know, voila, it's the round win. So Boa, Disown coming together. I mean, absolutely just amazing from both sides. 13-7 on map 1, 13-9, I think, round map 2. So we don't get to see at map 3, but I mean, huge, you know, a lot of good stuff coming out for Odie. I mean, you know, Say You Will, absolutely, even though he didn't get anything, I mean, that's a name that everybody needs to hold on to because, you know, he was just a one-man show, one-man army. The whole team setting him up for everything. But, I mean, coming out as MVP of the whole series, we're looking at what looks like Cobra was definitely the MVP of the series here. So, I mean, again, good things to say about everybody there, Al.
Yeah, it was at least we saw a little bit of a wake up from Rain there towards the end, but a long way to go if they're wanting to get out of this group because, like we said, Zomblers is another heavy hitter in this group, and so you've got a level to step up if you're having this much trouble already. I'm interested to see how it ends up panning out, but well played, 2-0 victory, and honestly, I really thought that comeback might be coming through just the way things were looking, but eventually, like you said, Boa's lurk on that A ramp ends up being the linchpin of the round. I thought that it was going to end up being what sold them down the river, but it turns out to be the winning play.
I mean, just throw this out there. I know I said Say You Will. You know, I get he was on the losing team, but the dude ended up with 45 frags between 2 maps, dude. 45. The next closest person to him was Majin at 36. Okay, I mean, it's just, you know, it's ridiculous how many frags the dude had. He ended up with 104 ADR between both maps. I mean, if anybody had helped him out, I mean, it would have been a whole different show coming into this game. But again, it doesn't matter. It matters, you know, what the scoreline is at the end of the day. And Afterimage just played a better team game. And I've got to just hand it off to them. You know, nobody. So in between both games, Al, nobody had less than 30 frags on Afterimage, and nobody had more than 36. That was the kill spread. Versus Rain Above, it was 16-45. That was the kill spread on them. So you can see how much more of a team game that they played for Rain Above.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's what's going to get you more consistent games, right? Obviously, superstars are great. They can provide you with some absolutely insane moments. We got an ace out of Say You Will, a 4K to keep his team in that second map as well. But at the end of the day, consistency is key, and consistently teamwork will pay off. And so that ends up being the story of today is you got to have your fundamentals in place, and that just wasn't the case.
Amen. So again, you know, this is the group stages. So just because you lose a map doesn't necessarily mean you're out of it. So again, you know, just come back again, you know, keep fighting. And, you know, you still have a chance to come out into this, you still have a chance to come out of this group stage and make it into the playoffs. So again, Afterimage, Rain Above, and then Zomblers and Locally Hated are going to be in this group as well, Group C. But there's so much more Crossfire to be played this season, guys. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for having us. Firehawk, thank you very much for being here as well, for being our observers and producers. You guys are the shit. And Al, do you have anything left to say before we roll out?
I think that's about it, man. Just a good series. I'm always excited to. I'm excited to be getting back into this North American scene and getting more action here on our home turf.
Amen. Well, everybody else, have a great rest of your Saturday, and you know, hope you enjoy the show. Y'all have a great night.
Trying to reach